What is going on, everybody? What is up, everyone? It is Thursday, May 16, 2024. This is another live edition of Something About Dynamite, aka S.A.D, here on the Around the Point Network. What is going on, everyone? If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, hit that bell notification. You'll be notified whenever we go live here on the channel. As always, I am Steve, and I'm joined here by Big Mike. What's going on, Big Mike?
Tired.
Oh, bro. Yeah. I think everyone is. But you know who's even tireder, I feel like? Darby Allin, bro. Darby Allin had a crazy last couple of weeks, right? He hurt his foot, hit by a bus, was gonna climb Mount Everest, and now he's back. He's back on TV, ready to participate in Anarchy in the Arena at Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
All I can say to that is
that risky.
Right.
It's in so many ways, in so many fucking ways. The rating came in as well, 672,000 viewers, bro.
Yeah, I was one of those dumbasses that watched this show.
It's again, I could be wrong on this. This has to be the lowest rating ever in the company's history. And yes,
could have been lower.
people are gonna say, "Oh, but there was basketball game, there was hockey games,
Mm.
there were the debut, the beginning of the season of the WNBA." I'm sure
Oh,
someone will throw
we're putting
soccer.
women's sports in this. Okay, this is all time low.
Like you know how fans are. They'll find a way to find something new. Just like a couple of months ago, someone tried to throw in their Inter Miami.
Mm.
I think it was Romeo who said this in our group chat. Romeo said this. This time last year, the rating was 814,000.
Mm.
So that tells you how much the rating has dropped, and it just feels like this never ending thing where it looks like it's going to go up and then it just drops back down again. You would
Mm.
think that people would be invested in these stories that they're trying to put out.
Zero stories to be invested in because there's zero stories.
Yeah. You would think people,
I mean, you can technically say one, but it's not good.
yeah, I mean, people would have been, invest, be interested, or okay, let me say the proper word here, interested in this whole, Jack Perry scapegoat elite hostile takeover. And like, no one's caring. No one gives a shit.
No, I honestly, Steve, to be quite honest with you, I watch week to week just to watch the car crash. That's all.
Yeah, it feels therapeutic, right? Therapeutic.
No, maybe I don't know. Possibly, who knows? But
Like, let's be honest here. The reason why we watch it because we do this. You know what I mean? We
honestly,
do it.
bro, I don't. Even if we well hypothetically, not even hypothetically, we do this, but I'd rather watch NXT than watch this bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
So you're
I ain't
telling
even gonna
me
lie to you. Hashtag bring back Let's Talk NXT.
you want to? Hey man, there's a slot available if you want to take over, Mike, at 10 p.m.
No, I ain't the takeover type.
You want to, if you want to fill in that that Wednesday night slot,
No,
I mean we can. I
no.
mean, I just think people are, in a way, are just interested in what we have to say a lot of times. The small circle that listen to us, but still, nevertheless, we appreciate all of you out there.
Yeah, I think
But
I've said this once that, it's getting tiring for me to just come on here and shit on the show. But if that's what I gotta do, that's what I gotta do. So it's gonna be one of those shows.
oh yeah, um, let's get into the big thing that happened. Because honestly, there's some stuff that happened in between, but the big thing here was the return of Darby Allin post Okada versus Dax Harwood, right? So, again, everyone hits the ring, right? Everyone's going at it, and then who happens to make an appearance, bro? Darby Allin. Now you got to remember, Eddie Kingston is not going to compete at Anarchy in the arena at Double or Nothing. He's not. So the big question was who's going to fill that spot, right? And I'll be honest, I had a one name in mind. I thought Heyman, Adam Page. Darby Allin totally, I did not even have him in consideration because of the stuff that he's been through the last couple of weeks, right? His foot injury, hit by the bus, like, bro, there's no way. But then you realize, oh shit, they're in Washington State, and it hit me the moment his music played, and
Well,
he
no
got
shit.
physical. That's when it really hit me, like, oh shit, Darby Allin should have known, right? I
It'll hit
should have
everybody if they hear his fucking music.
known, right?
All right. Question, Steve. Why on God's green earth would you take a guy that's riddled with injury and put him in one of the most dangerous matches ever?
I have no clue, bro. Like I,
Like you at this point, you got to be the most dumbest person on earth to do this. Like you
based,
said, his foot, his foot got ran over by a bus, and you
listen,
put this fucker and a match.
And he's still limping. He's
And he's
still
still
out.
limping. And he's going to do the most death-defying shit you've ever seen in your life. Like, what is he like? Is he trying to kill himself? Like, honestly,
Honestly, bro, you want to know what I think it is, bro? Really, to be honest with you,
Payday, payday. You want pay?
at this point, money isn't worth it, bro. Just heal up. I don't give a shit if this show got to suffer. If you get one view a week,
you gotta understand too, Mike.
just heal up, bro. Like,
You know, they
it's
need
not
their
worth
pillars.
it. It's
They
not
need their
worth it.
they need their pillars.
Well, guess what? Their pillars got so many cracks and potholes and need renovation and all this shit. Like, the foundation of the pillars are dead. It's just dead.
They need their pillars, though, bro. You
It's
know, is
dead.
that
Like, you
enough?
got one that's missing, you got another one that's cracked, you got one that's even more cracked, and then you got one that is half a pillar.
Well, I was gonna say, one of them is out with injury and gonna be out even longer, right? Sadly, the one that we all like. The other pillar, it was suspended, but as suspension, you get to travel the world, right? Um, but there's reports that he's officially reinstated. So whenever he appears, it is what it is. Um, and now you need Darby. That's their pillar. That's their go-to pillar that is not going to question anything. And that's what this is. Darby Allin is really willing to risk it all. And from a how do I put this? Like, if we were looking at this like Team AEW, like, yes, he's loyal, he's a real one. Yeah, you know what I mean? But outside of that, it's just plain stupid. I get the story, though. Like, for those of you out there, because people are probably gonna say, oh, the story. I get the story. I get it. The fact is, a couple of months ago in Greensboro, North Carolina at Revolution, Sting and Darby Allin defeated the Young Bucks. They beat them to retain their tag team titles in Sting's last match.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense that Darby Allin is the one to join them in this battle between the Elite versus Team AEW, which is what they're calling this shit too. I don't know if you peeped it on television, which is like,
Dude, this is literally the NWO versus WCW
and it's not
before
working,
Sting became the Crow.
bro.
This is literally it.
Bro, I found the band more threatening than this, but whatever, yeah. It's just plain stupid. But again, that's the story, though, right? Oh my God, it's it's Darby Allin who defeated the Young Bucks, right? And it also factor in, if you really want to go into it as well, it's the two pillars at Double or Nothing. Considering that last year those two pillars were in a world title match.
All right. We had the pillars,
Which,
pillars fatal four ways and
which
shit
was
like that.
probably the best match on the show, believe it or not, if I remember.
Yeah, that Double or Nothing wasn't that good. Yeah.
Damien writes here, hey Heel Steven, it's been a long time. Sorry about that. Did you not last week's SmackDown Cody wrote? Did you not
Did you not see last week's SmackDown? You gotta add words.
Yeah. Last week's SmackDown, Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul on the show got a record low ratings. I mean, say what you want, but it's still bigger rated than this, but that's no here or there. I did catch SmackDown. We did talk about it actually, Damien, on Steve's Kitchen this past Monday. We talked about it. There you go. But that's what's happening now, bro. He's gonna go in there, bro. And like you say, you gotta do a crazy spot. You gotta do some crazy ass spot that I just don't know, bro. I just don't know. This is Darby Allin living on the edge. Hey, listen, if I can't climb Mount Everest, fuck it. I'll do Anarchy in the arena.
Yes.
That's basically what it is. So let's get this out of the way. The show opened up with a tag team match of John Moxley and Bryan Danielson versus Jeff Cobb and Kyle Fletcher because why not, right? We had Jeff
When was
Cobb.
the last time Jeff Cobb was on Dynamite?
I want to say a year ago or so.
Right.
A year ago, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, again, Brian is Brian's, home is his home state, right? Here's what I found funny about this. So the show opens up with just Moxley making his way to the ring, like not even a fucking intro. Just again, they were like, I guess they were rushed, whatever, right? And it's him basically getting beat up by the two guys here, by Jeff Cobb and Kyle Fletcher. And you're waiting for Brian. Like, why is Brian taking forever to show up? And then his music plays because they had to wait for the music for him to just make his way to the ring. Like, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah, fucking stupid.
But nevertheless, John Moxley and Bryan Danielson did pick up the win. And after that, Konosuke Takeshita hit the ring and attacked John Moxley after the beatdown, and he mentioned that he wanted the IWGP World Championship.
So do I.
Yeah, it's a nice looking belt, right? It's a nice looking belt.
All right.
I'll say this, let's get the AEW guys to challenge for this title because fuck it, why not? Yay, whoop-de-doo. Adam Copeland ran down to the ring and got attacked by Brody King, Malachi Black, and Buddy Matthews. And Kyle O'Reilly tried to make the save, but failed. Black demanded that they take Adam's wedding ring, and Black left without actually answering Adam's challenge to a match of Double or Nothing. So for those of you who don't know, it's going to be Malachi Black and Adam Copeland instead of a barbed wire steel cage match at Double or Nothing. That is the plan. It's like, yeah, man, you think about it, the other spot where he was at, Adam Copeland or Edge at the time was involved was involved with the group, and now here he is trying to get involved with the group. I mean, to be fair, I do think the match itself should be fine. But it just feels so random. That's what it just feels like. For me at least. I don't know. Anything you want to add here, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Very random. It's like whatever.
The Elite cut a promo and proclaimed that Eddie Kingston is out of the AEW Double or Nothing, right? And then obviously FTR later on said they found a partner. We then get the AEW World Tag Team Eliminator match. Yeah, the Young Bucks of Matthew and Nicholas Jackson versus the team of Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal. It goes back to what I'm saying. You're doing championship eliminator matches, which is a very Ring of Honor thing of you to do, which begs the question, what does he even do?
Right.
The match itself ended with obviously the Bucks getting the win, and they ended up firing Christopher Daniels. They had him removed by security. And the one thing that I found entertaining about this, the one thing, Mike, the profile picture you have right now, that guy right there, Jack Perry, was on commentary sipping on a Woo energy drink.
Yeah. This is probably the best part of this whole ordeal.
And he poured the beverage on Tony Schiavone. Now, as funny as that was, there's some people that will say, oh, it's payback for when Tony Schiavone laughed at Bobby Heenan when Medusa poured water on him.
Well, guess what? Who's reaching back 30 years?
Dude, bro, you see a lot of weird shit on Twitter, bro. If you go through my
it's like, get real, bro. Like, who's reaching back?
If you go through my timeline, Mike, you will see a lot of these historical wrestling fans who will go and try to put the dots together and shit like that. Oh, you see long-term story or a callback, whatever the fuck. I'm like, oh, bro, what are we doing? Come on, touch grass. By the way, Mike, they also mentioned here that the Young Bucks have their own Reebok pump sneaker coming out. Did you see the shoe, by the way?
Yeah, I mean, bro, we watched the show together.
I know, but still, though, just podcast. It's just podcaster talk. That's what it is, Mike. I'm sorry.
Well,
But
yeah. I mean, this shoe, I gotta tell you, bro, this shoe's ugly. Not gonna lie to you. Their Diadoras is better than this. Like their Diadora line, way better than this shoe.
Well, this is the shoe. This is the shoe, by the way.
Yeah.
The Reebok Young Bucks AEW Pump Omni 2.
Yeah. So basically, they got their own. You ever heard of the basketball player D Brown? He used to play for the Celtics back in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
He wore this shoe in a dunk contest.
Did he win?
Yes.
Good for him.
Yes, he had a signature dunk where he covered his eyes before he dunked the ball.
Okay. So let me get just in case, because there's gonna be that one person that'll be like, oh, let me see a picture at least. So
these shoes are ugly. Not gonna lie to you.
Their
Diadora line was way better.
I get that. Yes, you know what? Really, that it doesn't move me. Like I'm not moved by it, if you will. But if I'm a Young Buck fan, like a lot of people are on social media, let's be honest. Do you think they're forking over the money for this?
Possibly, yeah. Because their shoes sell out pretty fast. So
my question
take them a couple days, but it sells out pretty fast.
My question to you is also, Mike, how long do you think will it take for these fans to fuck up these sneakers, bro?
A month.
Like to dirty them, crease them.
A month.
Just wreck them and shit. Like, cause here's the thing about it, right? Like a lot of wrestling fans, like a lot of the diehards, really aren't sneakerheads, so they're not familiar with the culture. They're not familiar with these brands and quality. They're not familiar with it, right? So I expect them to look at this. Like, here's the thing, right? If I probably would buy and not even wear them, just have them there, just sitting, right? And should the day ever come, right, that something happens, right, with company or whatever the fuck, collector's item.
That's the goal, brother.
Get them to sign it. Like, hey, man, hey, Nick, hey, Matt, can you sign these? Right, and then boom, sell them.
Yeah, that's the goal.
But they're all right, but I just wouldn't wear them like that, to be honest with you.
No, I'd rather wear the classic D Brown colorway, which is all black leather.
Fair enough. Jeffrey Lee, right? Those stink. Yeah, tell me about it. AEW will never go out of business. Again, if I said hypothetically speaking, you gotta take it easy, bro. Don't put your guard up way too high, brother. Don't put your guard up way too high. Let's move on here. We talked about Toni Storm cutting a promo on Serena Deeb. There's that one line that she said that was funny about degenerates in Vegas waking up with their head their head in someone's rear end and feeling something. I thought that was funny, but whatever the case, yeah. Are you still big on the Toni Storm character? Are you still a fan of it, or do you feel like it's already started to fade?
It doesn't have the appeal that it once had, but it's still one of the better characters that they have.
Yeah, I guess so. We had Hook versus Sebastian Wolf. Mike, Hook versus Sebastian.
Yeah, I don't care about this match.
Who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is that?
Probably some local independent talent from that area. Honestly, what in the AEW Rampage kind of match was that on my TV? And everyone already
It's the
knows.
hashtag AEW Rampage after it. Like, no one's watching that, dude.
Yeah.
Stop.
You know, everyone knows that already. Hook won. Who gives a fuck? Hook called out Jericho. Jericho came out, and Hook challenged him to a match right then and there. And Jericho says that he'll be in a qualifying match on AEW Collision. If he wins, he will earn a future shot at the FTW Championship. Bill and Jericho attack Hook and Katsuyori Shibata. Attack Hook, and then who happened to make the save? Katsuyori Shibata, who ran down to make the save. Like, whoop-de-fucking do.
Yeah, the wrestler.
We'll get it. So then backstage, like, they had a little interview right backstage. And I know people find it funny, the whole thing where he's speaking into his, like, fucking translator on his phone. Here's the thing, right? No, listen. I think the act is funny. I just hate the wrestler that's doing that whole act. That's just what it is. I hate it. You know? But that's just me, of course. We had Swerve Strickland and Brian Cage. World title eliminator. All you need to know, again, the match was okay for what it was, but obviously Swerve did pick up the W. He did win. And then Christian Cage and Mother Wayne appeared. And then Nick Wayne appeared and low blowed him. No diddy. And Nick had, like, what was it, a tablet or something, or a freaking
No, it was a picture, but it looked like a tablet.
A picture. And he whacked it, and he basically cracked Strickland over the head with it, right? And the picture was his daughter, his wife, I'm assuming, and him, right? And Christian Cage promises to take everything from Strickland at Double or Nothing. Now, Mike, I don't know if you knew this, but it's also a callback to a couple of months ago. Do you remember when?
Yeah, I understand this story. When he went to their barn, Nick Wayne's barn, and he used his father's painting to hit him over the head. Not painting, picture, and he busted him open. I understand this one. Yes.
Yeah. Just make sure, because there's people, what the hell is this about? There's no story.
I understand this whole story. It's just I just don't like the participant in this match, just because the first person he faces is Christian, but the story is there, so I guess it's valid.
Yeah, that's why. So it's a callback to all that, basically. And yeah, honestly, the part of me that feels like that Swerve might lose.
Bro, if he fucking loses, this would be the worst.
I don't know. I just get that vibe.
in AEW history, and might be the worst champion in wrestling history.
Samoa Joe has fallen off the face of the year. Well, it's funny because Samoa Joe did appear backstage to when Hook and Shibata were talking and shit like that. So Swerve's not losing. Let's hope not. He will face my GOAT Ospreay. Yep, he's shining up that belt for me. He's shining because you know damn well Swerve Strickland doing the royal loss at Wembley. Payday. Tony Storm defeated Haley Cameron, which was a fun. Again, the match was just there. Nothing to go crazy about, but Tony Storm did pick up the W. You had Serena Deeb on the entrance on the stage waving a flag. After all, they are going at it at Double or Nothing because, let's have Tony Storm wrestle someone different, someone new. So, whoop-de-fucking do. We had Will Ospreay and Roderick Strong have a face-to-face conducted by some new chick. I'm not going to pronounce her last name. I'm not going to butcher it. Here's the thing, too, right? A lot of the stuff that they did here, for some people, it could be very misleading. Because it got to a point where the show was like 9:20 something. You still had to do this face-to-face. You still had to do the contract signing. You still had to do Okada and Dax Harwood, right?
Yeah.
And again, you're like, yo, how are they gonna get this shit done? And turns out that was the Roddy and Osprey was a backstage segment. Yes, it was face to face, but for a lot of people, it might be like, oh, but they're supposed to be in the ring doing the face to face, not backstage, which kind of felt like watered down for me. But the story was there, right? Will Ospreay is fighting because Roddy never respected him from their days on the independents. They referenced PWG, they referenced Southside, which is an independent promotion in the UK. Just to name you some promotions, right? Ring of Honor, obviously, and all that stuff. And Roddy went on to say that Ospreay is a grit in the ring, but he's an idiot outside the ring.
Yeah.
And the whole idea that Ospreay is retiring the Tiger Driver 97, 91, whatever the fuck it's called, that he used to hurt Brian. And yeah, I mean, listen, it was fine. It was, for what it was worth. You know what I mean? But I think the story here is Ospreay eventually going back on his word when he said he was going to retire that move.
Right. I don't honestly, bro. Not gonna lie to you. Really don't care about this feud.
Fair enough.
Really don't care. It is like I don't care, bro.
Hey, man.
This is just another match for two guys.
Yes.
And if it's for that title, Ospreay's gonna win it.
Yeah. So from there we got Renee Paquette, who oversaw the contract signing between Willow Nightingale and Mercedes Moné. They both signed the contract, and Mercedes, and obviously Nightingale tells Mercedes at the last time they fought for a championship, she walked out as champion, and Mercedes didn't walk out at all. And Mercedes did not like that line, so she ended up. I know, yeah, we all did. Because remember, guys, everyone knows, everybody already knows when it's all said and done, when it's come to Mercedes Moné, what does she even do?
Yeah.
This is, to my understanding, the first time. Well, not even the first. This is like once in a long time that she got physical in the ring, right? So Mercedes slaps her. Willow didn't like it, and she ended up power bombing her through the table where they were signing the contracts. That just told me Mercedes winning the title, bro.
She was ruined. If she didn't get put through the table at all, she was winning. But yeah, it was her first time getting physical since her official debut when she did her little finishing move on. I forget who she did it on.
Sky Blue, I think it was.
Sky Blue, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah. I honestly can't wait to see her again in the ring. I know her little, New Japan run was short because of the injury. Hopefully, she's gonna have ring rust because she hasn't wrestled in a year.
Yeah, she hasn't wrestled in a year.
She's gonna have the rust. I'm pretty sure the match is not gonna be that good in the beginning. But once she knocks the rust off, I'm pretty sure she's got a couple good matches in her. But outside of that, I thought the segment was decent. Mercedes wasn't overly cringe.
Oh, she was cringe for me.
She was cringe, but she wasn't overly cringe. I thought it was gonna be like super duper, like how she's been, but it wasn't.
Like, get this off my TV type of shit. Like, get this shit.
Yeah, it was tolerable for her standards, which was, I commend that. Thank you to the Hoochie Mama.
The Hoochie Mama, Mercedes Moné. Yeah, hooching the mamas, yeah. Somebody in the mud. I'll be honest with you, bro. I just feel like people are just happy. I feel like fans, and I've seen this, right? There's fans who are critical about Mercedes Moné, who are not feeling this whole CEO thing, right? It's basically the Walmart version of the legit boss Sasha Banks. That's what it is. Because obviously they can't use those terms. They can't use it, right?
Right.
And her promos are cringe. The way she talked, everything. But for a lot of these diehards, for a lot of the ones who, in their eyes, AEW can't do no wrong, it's like, fuck y'all. She signed with us. Y'all still mad about it.
Yeah.
And it's not even like that. You know? Yeah, you know what? I can't Jeffrey Lee. I said this yesterday too. I kind of had those vibes. The segment reminded me of Hangman and Punk. Whereas like Willow Nightingale is Hangman Adam Page. Like, I'm not defending this title. I'm all defending AEW from you. Because she went on to talk about the history, the 50-year plus history of wrestling on TBS and shit like that. Like, I'm pretty sure Willow Nightingale was a very, very student of the game when it came to Jim Crockett promotion at Mid-Atlantic back in the day. I'm pretty sure. But, you know, what do I know, right?
What did we say? I mean, I forget it. Yeah, what did we say? We said that she's basically the CM Punk of the women's wrestling in AEW. So you think it's a problem now?
Oh, bro.
We'll just wait and see.
Wait, bro. Wait.
You think he was difficult? You ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm off flowers. Ain't seen nothing yet. You guys ain't seen nothing yet, bro. We got the main event. We had Kazuchika Okada versus Dax Harwood. How the mighty has fallen, Mike. How the mighty has fallen. You're probably wondering how.
I was going to say, I mean, he's getting a main event spot over, Swerve and
No. Okada, is a legend, right? Okada's and for a lot of people, he's in their top 5, top 10, whatever it may be, of all time, right? He's this amazing wrestler. His pedigree, his line of work speaks for itself.
Yeah.
He's the thing, right? Okada went from main eventing, right? He went from main eventing. We went from main eventing against Tanahashi, Tetsuya Naito, Kenny Omega, Will Ospreay, and so on and so forth, right? In Japan, in the Tokyo Dome, and Budokan Hall, whatever it may be, right? To now wrestling in the freaking Angel of Winds Arena. Not even the sold out crowd, because you already know the vibe already, right? Against Dax fucking Harwood.
Yeah.
Dax fucking Harwood. What are we doing? For the Continental Championship.
I guess for storyline purposes.
Because they're both in the Anarchy in the Arena match. That we're gonna give Dax Harwood a fucking title match? No, what are we doing?
And also for storyline purposes, I mean, you say he's basically fallen off a cliff, but he's got a below secondary title, and it's more important than their world title. So
yeah, bro, exactly.
So I don't see that as a fall off, but I guess for storyline purposes, since he's in the league, I guess the Young Bucks are booking him that way. So, but it's not really the Young Bucks; it's Tony Khan.
Yeah, I know. From Tony Khan from home. Tony Khan from home. Remotely, right? Remotely, but I mean, listen, the match was okay. Nothing to go like insane about. The match went about what? The match went 16 minutes, bro. It had an overrun.
Yeah. Oh, well, they originally on the listing had 5 minutes. They went over the overrun.
Bro, you know it's bad, bro, when Okada match versus Dax Harwood goes longer than Swerve and Brian Cage.
Yeah, and they had a countdown for that match. I forgot to talk about that.
For both matches, I think
they had a fucking countdown for this bullshit.
Like, bro, what are we doing?
This whole show was a fucking shit show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But it ends up with Okada having to low blow Dax Harwood when the referee was looking with the rope. It hit the Rainmaker for the 1, 2, 3. And then after this, obviously, everyone came out and the whole commotion. Here's another thing too, right? Why is Brian in this match, bro? Why is Brian in this match? Remember, Brian.
Brian.
No, but you got to remember, Brian a couple of weeks ago wrestled Will Ospreay, and arguably for AEW their best match ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he took that Tiger Driver, or whatever the fuck Will Ospreay's calling that move, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was convulsing. Remember that? Like he was.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you would think he would be off of TV for a little bit.
You would
right
think
Booker
so,
would take him off TV for at least 2 weeks.
And but no, here he is. Like nothing happened. And you see him on TV, and he's wearing the fucking tape on his back, the Kinesio tape. It's like, bro, take some time off, bro.
Hey, bro,
he's in the match because Tony Khan said. He's in the match because he's in this match because Tony Khan said if he died, he would have Brian run the company. So he's a good choice for Team AEW.
Oh, what a fucking mark!
Again, you can say that, yeah, but at the same time, like, unless Brian hoping to get hurt and go on vacation, you know what I mean? But again, having Brian on this team, having Darby Allin on this team, knowing what the fuck these guys have been through, and you putting them in this kind of match, putting them in this match for Anarchy in the arena at Double or Nothing, where things anything can happen, right? I'm sorry, but it's just
that risky.
It is fucking risky as all hell. But that's not here or there, Mike. Again, this show just felt like they're just going through the motion. Yeah, there's some story advancement, I guess. But if you're wondering, Cage Match gave the show an 8.4 out of 10.
Say that again.
Cage Match gave this show an 8.4 out of 10. Now, maybe it's the fact that people are finally are voting in right now because they saw the rating and they feel bad. That's probably the reason, I want to believe. But if you're wondering, Mike, the match with the least amount of votes is the Young Bucks versus Daniels and Seidel with 5.14. And the match with the most votes by a hair is Swerve versus Brian Cage, bro. That match has a 7.38. Okada and Dax Harwood, 7.37. It's crazy. But yeah, man, that was AEW for you, man. If I'm gonna give the show a grade, I'll probably give it because I'm being generous here. I'm gonna give it a C-, bro.
D+.
D+?
D+, yeah.
D+, okay. But that's going to be it for us, guys. Well, we thank you all for tuning in tonight or today, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I know there's games happening real soon. We'll get you guys to go watch those games. I know hockey's almost is about to start, basketball too, and all that stuff. So get you guys out of here. Well, thank you all for tuning in today. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button down below. If you have not yet, go follow the Around the Point Network over on X at AT Point Network. Also, subscribe to our secondary channel, ATP Clip. We'll be uploading clips this week for sure. That's for sure. All right. So, also, yeah, one more thing. Yeah, right. 600K, right? What was it? 678. That was the rating, right?
672.
672, right? Yeah, man.
No, Millie.
Yeah. Follow me on X at Heel Steven. You guys can follow Big Mike over at
Detroit Gamer 313.
Detroit Gamer 313. Thank you all for watching, guys. You guys are awesome as always. For myself, for Big Mike, for the gang, this has been Something About Dynamite. S.A.D. here on the Around the Point Network. Peace out, everybody.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.